This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning and happy weekend. I'm Alani Ladi. The major headlines. Ifako local government concludes CVR training for enrollers. External reserves climbed to 44 months high of $41 billion. Tinubu unveils tax calculator to show impact on incomes. CBS. 2027 polls behind surge in killings. Student loan disbursement hit 86.3 billion naira, says Nel Fund. Foreign news. Pope Leo XIV declares Friday global prayer, fasting day for peace. Sports. Why Napoli rejected PSG's €200 million for Osimhen. Entertainment. Orphaned Nigerian TikToker Gege goes viral, rakes in $30,000 from one live session. News in detail. Ifako local government concludes CVR training for enrollers. Ifako local government, under the leadership of Prince Usman Akombe Hamzat, has successfully concluded a 2-day training program for continuous voters registration enrollers. The training aimed to equip enrollers across the 7 wards of the local government area with the knowledge and tools necessary for a seamless CVR exercise in line with the Independent National Electoral Commission's mandate. The program featured an orientation and technical training on the first day, focusing on navigating the INEC portal for registration, transfers and updating records. A hands-on workshop on the second day, facilitated by Mr. Sunday Obanube, covered the A to Z of INEC registration processes with live demonstrations and mock registrations. Emphasis was placed on problem solving, technical troubleshooting, and maintaining professionalism when dealing with registrants. Honorable Kolawole Fasusi, Mr. Bashel, chairman of the specially constituted INEC registration committee set up by the local government, expressed satisfaction with the performance, discipline, and participation of the enrollers in his closing remarks. Honorable Fasusi encouraged the enrollers to collaborate with ward coordinators and report any challenges encountered in the field. He emphasized that the CVR exercise provides an opportunity to reach out to unregistered Nigerians and those needing to update records. The training underscores the Ifako local government's commitment to inclusive governance and civil empowerment, supporting the success of the national CVR exercise and strengthening grassroots democracy. External reserves climbed to 44 months high of $41 billion. Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves rose to $41 billion on August 19, 2025, the highest level recorded in 44 months, according to data from the Central Bank of Nigeria. This marked the highest level since December 3, 2021, and signals a significant recovery following months of depletion, mainly due to pressure from external debt repayments. The reserves have experienced a strong rally in August, increasing by $1.46 billion month to date, from $39.54 billion on August 1 to $41 billion on August 19. This represents a 3.69% increase in less than 3 weeks. The growth has been steady across the period, with only minor pauses. The surge began in early August, when reserves crossed $40 billion mark on August 7 after closing July at just under $39.4 billion. By August 12, reserves have reached $40.5 billion, and the momentum continued, pushing reserves past $41 billion just a week later. On average, the reserves have grown by $81 million per day in August, reflecting an improvement in foreign exchange inflows relative to outflows. This increase is a positive development for the CBN, strengthening its ability to stabilize the naira and manage liquidity in the official market. It also enhances the bank's capacity to defend against speculative pressures. While the monthly growth has been significant, the year-to-date performance shows more modest gains. Tinubu unveils tax calculator to show impact on incomes. President Bola Tinubu on Friday urged Nigerians to try a newly launched personal income tax calculator that estimates how much will be paid under the tax reforms his administration recently signed into law. In a post on his official X account, the president said the calculator allows citizens to compare their estimated tax under the proposed reforms with current rates and ensure a clear understanding of the impact on individual incomes. Tinubu said the reforms, which take effect from January 2026, are intended to establish a fair tax system, one that never punishes poverty or weighs down the most vulnerable. CDS 2027 polls behind surge in killings. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has linked the recent surge in killings across the country to the build-up to the 2027 general election. The country has in recent times witnessed renewed terror attacks in the northeast and attacks by bandits in the northwest. Benue and Plateau states continue to be epicenters of killings. On Monday, at least 34 worshippers at a mosque in Unguwa, Mantua area of Malumfashi local government area of Katsina State were killed. Speaking on Channels Television's Politics Today on Thursday evening, Musa said the rising wave of insecurity compared to last year could not be divorced from political activities ahead of the polls. According to him, some politicians are deliberately fueling violence to discredit the government's security record and campaign on the back of chaos. PDP crisis. Wike camp rejects zoning talks with Makinde Diri. Ahead of the People's Democratic Party National Elective Convention scheduled for November in Ibadan, Oyo State, the camp loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has rejected the Southern Leaders Zoning Consultative meeting held in Lagos on Wednesday. This is as a reliable source within the PDP National Working Committee disclosed that the PDP's Governors Forum will convene in Zamfara State on Saturday. According to the source, the governors are expected to arrive in Gusau, the state capital, on Friday, before holding deliberations the next day on pressing issues that must be resolved to ensure a smooth national convention in Ibadan. It was reported on Thursday that Wike's camp is resolute in its bid to prevent PDP's November convention from taking place, citing disputes over the zonal leadership of the South-South and South-East. Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, other governors and their allies are committed to ensuring that the convention proceeds as planned, in line with the party's constitution. Amid these tensions, the zoning committee led by Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri continued its consultation across all regions as promised at its inauguration on August 14, and consequently held a meeting with southern stakeholders in Lagos. Student loan disbursement hits 86.3 billion naira, says Nelfund. The federal government's Nigerian Student Loan Fund has disbursed 86 million naira for the upkeep allowance. 86 billion naira for the upkeep allowance of student and institutional fees under the student loan scheme. A breakdown of the figures showed that the agency has paid 38,718,120,000 as upkeep allowance to beneficiaries of the loan scheme. The figures further show that Nelfund paid 47,629,338,384 as institutional fees of students benefiting from the loan scheme. Details of the disbursements were obtained from the official X handle of Nelfund as of yesterday. The organization said 449,039 students have so far benefited from the loan, while 218 tertiary institutions have subscribed to the loan scheme. According to Nelfund, 758,862 students have registered on the agency's portal, while 750,892 have applied for the loan. Also, the agency said it has introduced new guidelines for its upkeep allowance. EFCC NIS expel another 51 foreigners jailed for cyber fraud offences. In less than 8 days, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, in collaboration with the Nigerian Immigration Service, has deported 93 foreign nationals convicted of cyber terrorism and internet fraud. The Commission, in a statement on Thursday via its official X handle, disclosed that the latest deportees comprise 50 Chinese nationals and 1 Tunisian. The convicts are among the 192 foreign nationals arrested during a sting operation by the Commission in Lagos, following actionable intelligence about the operations of one of the latest foreign-led cybercrime syndicates in Nigeria, the statement read in part. This brings the total number of deportees to 93 since the exercise began on August 15, 2025, the Commission disclosed. Earlier, 42 Chinese and Philippine nationals Part of the 192 convicted of cyber terrorism and Ponzi scheme offences were expelled. They had been among the 759 persons arrested during a major raid on December 10, 2024 at Oyijolayemi Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Lagos businessman jailed for attempted drug export. A federal high court in Lagos on Thursday convicted and sentenced the businessman Uyosa Omoriji to a year imprisonment for unlawful exportation of 3.60 kilograms of tramadol and 400 kilograms of Rofidol. Justice Dededipeolu handed down the sentence after Omoriji pleaded guilty to 2 counts of unlawful exportation of the prohibited drugs filed against him by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. The NDLA Prosecution Counsel Abu Ibrahim told the court that the convict was arrested on July 16, 2025 at the tarmac baggage hall basement of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. He told the court that Omerege was found with 3.60 kilograms of tramadol, a narcotic analgesic, and 400 grams of Rofidol, a psychotropic substance which he intended to export to Pakistan. The prosecutor said the arrest was carried out by a joint team of aviation security officers and the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency operatives. Foreign news. Pope Leo XIV declares Friday global prayer, fasting day for peace. Pope Leo XIV has declared Friday, August 22, a global day of fasting and prayer for peace, coinciding with the feast of the Queenship of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The Pope made this announcement on Wednesday during his general audience in St. Peter's Square, as reported by Vatican News. The appeal comes as violence continues to escalate in Ukraine, the Holy Land, and other regions facing armed conflicts. Humanitarian organizations have warned of worsening conditions, with growing numbers of displaced people and civilians caught in the crossfire. Against this backdrop, the Pope's call is a spiritual response aimed at awakening both consciences and actions. Too many innocent lives are being lost, and too many families are bearing the weight of wars that seems endless. We cannot remain indifferent, you said. Sports. Why Napoli rejected PSG's €200 million for Osimhen? Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis has revealed why he rejected Paris Saint-Germain's €200 million bid for Victor Osimhen and Vicha Kvaratskhelia, citing a promise made to head coach Antonio Conte. De Laurentiis told Corriere della Sera that PSG has offered more than €200 million for the player as a package deal, but he refused to sell because he had promised Conte he would keep the players at the club. I could have sold him at that moment. PSG has offered over €200 million for the Vara and Osimhen package, De Laurentiis said. However, I had promised Conte I would keep him, and I didn't feel like going back on my words. With those funds, the idea was to buy Gyökeres. The Napoli chief explained that Kvaratskhelia eventual departure to PSG in January for €75 million was forced by his agent's demands and threats to use Article 17. I had to let him go because his agent was threatening to use Article 17, De Laurentiis said. Oshoba rules calling off fight with Parker. Nigerian boxing sensation Elizabeth Oshoba has expressed disappointment after her scheduled featherweight bout against American Melissa Parker was cancelled. The undefeated WBC silver and Ibo international featherweight champion was set to face Parker on Friday night in Orlando, Florida, in what was expected to be a crucial step in her quest for world title unification. Taking to Instagram to announce the cancellation, Oshoba wrote, "Hi everyone, just wanted to let you know my fight scheduled for Friday night has been cancelled due to circumstances beyond my control. Of course, I'm disappointed. After all the hard work in camp, I was ready to put on a show, but I know everything happens for a reason." The 25-year-old Ogun State-born fighter, who boasts a perfect 9-0 record with 5 knockouts, maintained his philosophical outlook despite the setback. "This is just part of the journey. God's plan is always bigger than mine," she continued in her Instagram post. Entertainment. Orphaned Nigeria TikToker Gege goes viral. Rakes in $30,000 from one live session. A young Nigerian known as Gege has captured the hearts of thousands online after his TikTok live session on Thursday drew an astonishing 177,000 viewers and reportedly earned him gifts worth over $30,000. The social media personality, who refers to his online platform as University of Wisdom and Understanding, has been making waves with his unconventional approach to advising men on relationship and finances. In a video he posted after the live session, Gege said, "More than 177,000 people watch my lectures today. Jesus. University of Wisdom and Understanding. The only university where once you graduate, women go fear to ask you for money." Describing himself as the first illiterate to find a university in the history of Nigeria, Gege reflected on his unlikely rise to fame, saying, "I no be graduate too, but by the grace of God, I don't find school. I be orphan, but now Nigerians don't show me love." According to him, the gifts received during the live were worth approximately $30,000, a feat he described as life-changing. "See gifts I made over more gifts when they give me today is worth about $30,000. I no go take this love for granted because I no really do anything for am," he said in a follow-up video after the live became a Recap of the major headlines. Ifako, local government concludes CBR training for enrollers. External reserves climbs for the 4 months high of $41 billion. Tinubu unveils tax calculator to show impact on incomes. CDS. 2027 polls behind surge in killings. Student loan disbursement hits 86.3 billion naira, says Leo Fund. Foreign news. Pope Leo XIV declares Friday Global Prayer Fasting Day for Peace. Sports. Why Napoli rejected PSG's 200 million for Osimhen, Brad Shakely. Entertainment. Orphan Nigerian TikToker Gege goes viral, rakes in $30,000 from one live session. Follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_Radio. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 091 22 7433. Special thanks to the news producer, Olaniweti Olusegun, and assistant news producer, Benga Faromi. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend. I'm Olaniweti Ololade. God bless Ifako.
At Divine and Grace Enterprises, they specialize in seamless global trade, efficient cargo handling, top-notch travel support, and trusted merchant services. Whether it's getting your goods across borders, booking a flight, or managing cargo with precision, they deliver with speed, reliability, and care. You can visit them at Nako Export Warehouse, International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos State. You can contact them on 0803-406-1483, 0817-287-4375, or email it divineandgraceenterprises@gmail.com. Divine and Grace Enterprise, your reliable brand for logistics and merchandise.